Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How are you all doing? Welcome back to some more Medieval Kingdoms Total War 1212 AD campaign. We're back on the Kingdom of England campaign. This is episode 6. In today's episode, we're going to be declaring war upon the Portuguese and continuing to conquer Iberia. In the last episode, we managed to take out the Kingdom of Castile, Aragon, what were they called? Navarre before that, the French, and the Scottish and Welsh. So, we're going to war with Portugal here today, and hopefully we can wrap up our Iberian conquest. If you like the sound of that, feel free to leave the video a like, subscribe if you're new around here with notifications on to stay up to date with future uploads. Feel free to leave a dislike. If you're not enjoying the series, just let me know in the comments as well where you'd like me to expand and conquer. Got to say a huge thank you to the Medieval Kingdoms 1212 AD mod team for sending me an early access code of the mod and making this Let's Play possible. So a huge thank you to them. Alrighty now, so we're currently strength ranked 1. We are technically the Kingdom of England. Well, I like to call us the Kingdom of England. We are technically the British Empire now, stretching from the United Kingdom, France, and most of Iberia. We're going up against the Kingdom of Portugal. There are some Castilian pretenders here. So, we're going to declare war straight up on King Alfonso. Strength ranked 6, 7 regions. It's interesting to see that Portugal are the strongest faction in Iberia. Usually they're one of the weakest. So they've managed to take Granada, Sevilla, Cordoba, Baradoy, Evaro and Lisbon, which is quite good. Looking at their forces up in the north, the king with a full stack here, King Alfonso, is someone not to be messed with. We're going to have to keep an eye on him. However, they did trespass 2 units into Santiago, which is good, so we're going to be able to deal with that. So further in the south, we've got William, my bastard brother. He's going to push for Granada. Alfred's going to push for Cordoba. And then, of course, we've got myself, King John here, along with my son and heir, Prince Henry. Richard, my second-born son, can sit here. And then we've got Gilbert up here as well. We've also got another stack being recruited in Leon in 6 turns. And, oh yeah, this stack in London is now complete as well. Fantastic. We've got military access with Flanders, so we can push through their lands where we can. We'll get you to swing further south. And I think we should get King John to straight up hit this Aragon. Well, not, sorry, Aragon. Let's straight up hit this Portuguese army here. And we'll deal with that first up here today before we siege out their capital. So they've now fled, which is interesting. Okay, so I'll hit this, and they've fled as well. They've actually fled together. Okay, well, I'm going to bring up reinforcements with Gilbert there, and we're going to try and push out with King John. And this will be the battle first up here today. Alrighty then, let's get stuck into it. So we're coming up against General Rodrigo and General Mendo. Okay. 4 units of spears, 2 units of archers, 5 units of crossbowmen. Then they've got their 3 units of dismounted javs, 1 unit of cavalry, and a lot of slingers in that reinforcing army. We've got King John, of course, the Magnificent, and then we've got Gilbert there as reinforcing. So we can't send a quick save, which is a shame, so we might end up having a game crash. We'll just have to see how we go. Let's fight this one on the field of battle here today. The Battle of Santiago, 1228 AD. Once we finish off with these 2 armies of Portugal, we can double back and siege out the capital. So I hope you guys have been enjoying this campaign as much as I've had. I've had an absolute blast, to be honest. We've had a really nice progression through Western Europe. So let me know in the comments where you'd like me to expand and conquer after this. After we eliminate Portugal, we could go over the River Rhine, Italy, or we could maybe set up a pilgrim exclusion zone in like an infidel exclusion zone, I guess. We can set up a really nice, I don't know, Middle Eastern kingdom and help out our fellow crusaders with Jerusalem and Antioch. I don't know. I'm sort of thinking about that. Maybe taking some Iuba territory might be something a little bit different. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Okay guys, welcome to the battle map. It's a nice dry day. Let's start the deployment. but looking at this is atrocious. I never thought Portugal was so hilly. There's like crazy dunes. Imagine going up here on like your dirt bike or something. Dude, that's nutty as. Okay, so they're deploying down. I guess we're pushing them to the coast, but crikey. My reinforcements are coming from behind, thankfully. And we'll try and push them where we can. So let's try and go for something like this. They do severely lack melee infantry. So we should be alright as we push up here. We just need to sort of take this second hill and we'll be fine. Alrighty, catapults might not be in range of anything because they're just going to get clipped or hit something there. We'll move King John here and we'll start and quickly pause because we want to try and... Yeah, god damn it, man. Look at that! It's such an... Whoa, like the camera. The camera can barely contend with it. So yeah, we want something like that, ideally. It's actually better off me looking from this far side. Yeah, I don't know how they're going to get, like... Something like that's alright. Get the catapults there to shoot up and over, and then we'll wait for our reinforcing army. So allow everyone to charge up over where we can. We can't seem to see line of sight, so if they sit on that hill, we'll come into a bit of a rude shock. They seem to be a lot further down here, and now my reinforcing army is coming through as well, so try and bring that in there. We could give chase against these Portuguese soldiers, and there seems to be more further back coming in. We could try and... they're light. Probably should try and get line of sight against them. We might be able to capture a couple here. Right, let's make sure this line comes in adequately. Yep. You swing this way. Archers loose formation, try and match that. Cavalry, additionally swing down this way and try and help out. I reckon trying to pierce this main line. Oh yeah, go for the general then if he's going to sit there. Sit in range, try and pin him down where we can. Charge into this, you charge into that. We'll hit these guys as well. They must get some a gnarly charge there if they can get them. Their general's now pushing further back, so let's move you out of safety here. But gunning down this hill is a little bit easier said than done. The sun nice and high as the Crusaders charge against the Portuguese. And here's their main army now. We can actually see a lot of it. You'd think that would be absolutely crushed in one go. Charge again. Don't allow them to hit you with impunity. Push further back here now. They're moving up with their light melee. So try and... they're charging against that, so pull back this way. Okay, these guys are starting to hit us here now. This is going to be a little bit micro-heavy. Oh my god. So try and sit up this side of the hill. They're alright. So let's have a look at the Portuguese ranks. A little bit different here. A lot of skirmishes, so we're going to have to be quite quick on the uptake with our cavalry in rotation. They're moving their Portuguese heavies further this way. We're going to be able to smash them here. So you pull into this, you go into that, you peel this way, and make sure these guys swing that way adequately, and we'll be laughing. Alright, that can go there as well. Yeah, we're just sort of seeing what this does. Once they get a bit closer, we can push in again. Alrighty, so if they want to try and contend with this, send a unit of swords up. Make sure these guys get down and around the back. Even though there's spearmen there, swing this way. Alright, swing a unit up there to go and help. Alright, you go into this. I'm sure my other cavalry's getting engaged on this far northern side eventually. Alright, go for this then. Go for these units. If they want to try and make that... Oh, the enemy general is dead. No way. Oh, that's some good RNG. The gods smile upon us there. Well, we might be better off just to... Yeah, we got their general, at least one of them. Man, oh man, I'll take that. Well, let's not sit flat-footed then and probably push down and give them hell. Push down from your defensive position and cry havoc and slip the dogs of war. Let's do it. That's gone now as well. You can go for that general unit. I don't even think we need to pull them up. Alright, charge, men. Charge for England. Alright, so we're softening them up already. We've got the sun on our side. And the crazy high ground. Some really good charges here. Dismounted Hospitallers now pushing further in. English longbowmen trying to whip up the Portuguese. Push them to the cliffs, lads. Alrighty, so where's my cavalry? Around the back. So charge down into this where you can. Go into that. You push for that. You go for that as well. Most of their skirmishers are running away now with their tails between their legs. We're tying down more cavalry there. And try and push for that. Alright, I want to send a couple of units of cavalry down there. I don't want too many tied up with their general. So let's deal with that. Alright, another charge is coming in. Man, this high ground is just causing some absolutely crazy angles. We're hitting a lot of them off their feet, which is good. Some of ours are even losing a little bit of footing there. Alright, still seems to be more flank. And we have victory! We have victory here today. And finally, my artillery's bombarding us. Probably my own men. By the look of it there. Alright, let's quickly get you guys to pause. And we'll continue to try and run down as many of them as possible. Excellent stuff. Man, oh man, what a crazy battlefield to deal with and micromanage. Absolutely nuts, to say the least. 5,200, and look at this army. Gold chevron now, and better quality smithing as well. Alright, let's try and run down the remaining. Oh, why did they overextend? It doesn't happen often that we can capture and jump the AI in my own territory. Maybe they wanted this. Maybe they've got a lot of sneaky forces in the south. I doubt it. They definitely don't. But, yeah. Maybe they wanted to pressure me for an attack. Or maybe they thought they could take Santiago and then backed out. I don't know. I don't know. Alright, let's... probably send that one there. Decisive victory. We lost 58. They deployed 3,380. And we've absolutely smashed them on the field. Their spearmen did absolutely nothing. Okay, guys. Welcome to the campaign map. We have victory. Victory here today. Let's take on the replenishment. One army got away. Let's quickly run down the rest. And finish off those pesky Portuguese. Okay, cool. So now we can start our sieges further down in the south. So let's allow my son and heir, Prince Henry, to encircle the Portuguese king and their capital. 6-star commander. Crikey. 4 units of spears. Another 2. A lot of slingers there. Alright. Let's try and allow Henry boy to start building some siege equipment. Richard as well can push further in. Can the king actually get down here? No, he's really expended his movement points. However, Gilbert here can push down further in the south as well. Okay, so let's have a look here in Granada. Granada! Alright, let's allow my bastard brother William to push down and take it. We should be able to take most of the southern Portuguese cities with relative ease. Cordoba's gonna fall as well. And the prince is inside. Prince Sancho. will be no more. With the death of the Portuguese prince, we have cemented ourselves in history, no less. I'm sure the Portuguese king is now furious, and hopefully it can entice him out for an attack. Cowards! Killing my son. Alright, let's try and... I don't particularly want to upgrade that. I just want to try and make sure this is working now properly. So you can convert this as well. Right, let's hold this. Continue to siege that out. We'll allow everyone else to push further south. We'll move my priests up here just to give us a bit of line of sight. Whoa, okay. The Almohad Caliphate are pushing in. Wow, whoa, what? It wasn't too long ago that was like 2-3 full stacks. Oh, wow. Yeah, the Hasfids. Wow. The Almohad, they're really throwing out Pisa-occupied North Africa. Crazy, man. Okay, that's nearly done. You're pushing further south. Let's continue to build up as much siege equipment as we can, nearly. Yeah, I want something like that. There we go. Try and continue to siege and hold that out. John and Gilbert have gone up in stats. Ideally, I want them to strike against us, but we'll see. Alrighty, let's end the turn and continue. A small Portuguese army's been raised in Sevilla. The AI is calculating, but no, the Portuguese king will not march against the armies of King John in the capital. Okay guys, welcome to the top of the turn. Unfortunately, Hubert has died of natural causes. We can bring in another Hubert there. Oh no, he's been assassinated. Wavering loyalty, John there as well. Okay, let's continue on our fantastic initiative already of conquering Portugal. Okay, so let's try and use whatever we can here. Try and bring in stuff where we can. Alright, so push for... Actually, hit the army outside. Yeah, hit the army outside in Sevilla here. We can quickly deal with that and take the city a lot easier. There we go. That should wipe out the garrison, and now we should be able to stroll right in. Having catapults in our armies has massively increased our ability to capture territories so quickly. Alright, this army can push up to Badajoz as well. Or Badajoz. Alright, that might need some more reinforcements there and some siege equipment. Alright, keep an eye on that one further south. Okay, do we need a fourth army here? That's what I'm trying to think, because I'm happy to nearly just sort of continue to get another round of siege equipment before we go in here. Ah, looks like they got rid of the Portuguese king. He's not dead, is he? Alfonso 19. Maybe. Maybe the Portuguese king died of old age. Alfonso 19. Man, oh man, I wish there was a button where you could actually see the family tree and how all that stuff intertwines. Oh well, can any other force get down here quickly to help out and siege the city? No, not by the look of it. Well, that army can't quite get to Lisbon because we've basically got them. Unless an army went south. No, with the king's army, we'll be perfectly fine and adequate to take this. So let's swing you here. Alrighty, so let's give it one more turn to make sure we get a decent amount of siege equipment to push up and over. And yeah, looks like North Africa is going to be taken back by the Moors. Alrighty, let's end the turn and continue. Yeah, so that other army can't quite come in, which is a shame. William's gone up in stats, my brother. And we can assign a new provincial governor in Murcia. Or Anglia, rather, is probably our best bet. Let's bring in the youngest, Randolph. Can go to Anglia. Continue up with... let's go with that. And... Right, this is nearly complete. This additional army's pushing further south. A Burgundy army's working through our territory. So there's a Flanders force. Look at him. The Flanders kin. Ferdinand. Stupid, sexy Flanders. Alright, let's end the turn and continue. Oh, another duty is being called. Man, oh man. Lucky it wasn't any of my main family members. Alright, let's get stuck into the siege with Henry. Alrighty. Let's make sure this quick save is working. Yep, good. Finally, it's working. Excellent. Let's get stuck in. 4 units of spears, 2 units of lighter ones, a lot of slingers, heavy Portuguese cavalry. Oh, a lot of spears there. Okay, cool. Let's fight this one on the field of battle and have a decent siege against the Portuguese. We brought a lot of siege equipment up, along with there will be siege degradation as well. We've got a lot of catapults as well. Yeah, I don't know what happened to the Portuguese king. That's just a bit crazy. 1228 AD, the Kingdom of England is going to siege out the Portuguese. But we have been plagued by assassins. Assassino! A lot of spears will tie us up. A lot of skirmishes as well. But this should be a good fight as well. The Portuguese have definitely put up the better fight in Iberia. It's just because they've seized more territory. And they seem to be a lot more smarter than their Castile, Aragon counterparts in their army build construction. Okay guys, welcome to the battlefield. Let's get stuck in. A nice dry day. But this is a massive city here. Looks fantastic. They've got a small little pond here as well. Nice. I guess this is their sort of little water reserve. But this is the Portuguese capital. This is a properly walled medieval castle as well. Massive and quite large. This is what you can expect from this mod. Look at that. Looks magnificent. Alrighty, let's get stuck into them. Well, the thing is, right, we're in no real rush to try and push them. We've got more reinforcements coming in on this far side. Is there any breakage in the wall? Well, there's a lot of siege degradation on this far side. If we move back, if we actually, yeah, there's no arrow towers like crippled, is there? It's mostly that the walls are incredibly vulnerable. So we can make a series of breaches, especially on this far side. So if we can deploy our catapults here, make sure they're out of range, we might be able to get some really nice shots on here. And we'll try and, yeah, so we probably could breach that easy. I reckon that's really easy to try and break down as well. Alright, let's send one battering ram here at least. And maybe like one siege tower here to siege and take this. There might be some more guys there, that's the only thing. So let's go like here. And we'll stick one more there. The rest, I'm quite happy to deploy. That's nearly breakable as well. But we're just not going to be able to get there. Barricades there. There's going to be a lot. I reckon just sort of keeping in check there. So you push for something like that as well. Try and get everyone up and over here. So my entire army is actually attached to siege equipment, bar those archers. I guess we can sort of keep them there if we ever need to. Just drop that there. Right, let's go with a loose formation and try and break apart these breaches here. Okay, cavalry as well can sort of sit in this general vicinity. And we'll try and break apart that where we can. Alrighty, let's start. Quickly pause and give out some of these orders. We had a battering ram unit over there. That should have been there, unfortunately. Oh well, no matter, you never know actually. Just hold you here might bamboozle the AI somewhat. Alrighty, well, what we want to try and do is continue with a standard shot. Hit the one that's highest in breaking, so that's 95. And have a quick crack. So try and hit some of the soldiers up on the walls there. And put some pressure on them. So let's see how this first bombardment goes. And we've already crumbled the wall. How fantastic is that? Right, continue to swing on these other bombardments then. Alright, push up and try and skirmish the enemy opposition as well. And we'll try and make as many holes as we can. So it looks like, yeah, reinforcements have arrived. Looks like most of the King's army and our reinforcements are there. Good, it was a good decision bringing them up. Try and continue to break this down. So the Portuguese have deployed a fair few forces on the wall here, ready to hold. Their arrow fire and arrow towers are already starting to hit us as well. We're starting ourselves to get some sort of skirmish up with our English longbowmen. Try and drag some of the arrow fire away once we start pushing, and get some nice little skirmish off. Alrighty, so that's at 83. How far is that away to bombard? We'll wait for those reinforcements to come in, and then we'll probably push up. I just want to wait for a couple more breaches before we give the all clear. So they've got 4,300, we got 5,700. So let's try and bomb this now. 86. It's not as accurate as I would like to be honest. Maybe move up slightly. Will give us a better yield. Alright. We're still skirmishing them out. I don't know if I should give the order just yet. I want to get some more breaches, but it's easier said than done. 86, 89. Let's go with another bombardment, please. And what's that? If how many hit? That's better. I think we were just really fortunate there to get the full yield on that. Try and waste some of the skirmishers' ammunition on us. And then we'll have a crack. Wait for my spearmen and swordsmen to come into position. 5. And what are these? 86, 73. So it's not as sort of light on as you'd think. But we've got a couple of breaches in already, which is fantastic. We'll be able to push right up and through. We'll wait for this second breach to come through. 98. And we want to try and get this second one here as well, once it comes down. They're still holding out well. Yeah, we're skirmishing them a bit out here. We'll wait for our Templar reinforcements, that's the main thing. But the volleys come in now, and thus I imagine the wall with it. Yep, another breach has been claimed. And we're going to be able to get right into the city now. Alrighty, let's quickly pause and give out the order, because I imagine most of my soldiers are now here. Try and push for this. Continue to try and skirmish out where you can. Continue with that pressure. Right, you can go for this now, and we'll give out the order for our siege equipments as well. So, you 4 can push here, because I want you to go for that side. Okay. You guys can push here, say, ideally through that breach. And you guys here can push through here as well. Okay. And what we'll do, push for that, and we'll try and get like these guys up on the walls as well, or something. Alright, let's give a order here as well for these guys to now push up. Oh, some of the affected walls we can't actually push, which is interesting. Oh, they actually got hit. 100%. Wow, shit. They were too far up. I didn't even notice. Oh, well. They can come up and support when that happens. And you can go for that. Alright, let's go get them. So here's the Portuguese general holding out inside. The orders have been given. We're moving up here now. Everyone's moving into position. English dismounted knights, men-at-arms, Hospitallers, Templars pushing up. Now with siege equipment further in the background as well. Are they plugging these breaches? Yeah, they seem to be. I'm tempted to charge in my own cavalry if they can get through. I think we drew them down because of our archers, to be honest, which is a bit of a shame. Alright, try and shoot up and over then. They're now wavering, which isn't a good sign, so push back. These guys are pushing that side of the wall. So we've lost about 100. We've only killed about 30 of them, which is fine. Alright, we can rapidly get my cavalry in, probably on this side. It's probably our best bet. Everyone else is slowly starting to trickle in. Hospitallers! Dismounted knights, follow the cavalry. Oh, looks like some spearmen might try and hold there, but we need to push through this breach quickly. Move! Trickle through! And it looks like we are quite well. Alrighty. So, there seems to be a unit here we can charge. You charge around the back. Ideally, you try and capture the town square, please. Cavalry units seem to be coming out, and now we're trickling in with our swordsmen as well. So try and get my swordsmen to hit that then. Those reinforcements are coming in. Why is that gone and stopped? I don't know why it sometimes bugs in this. Like, siege equipment just halts. So infuriating. Okay, well, we're a little bit stuffed here because we're gonna have to pull those cavalry units out because that breach has come down now. Perfect. Yeah, we've lost our cavalry here because their cavalry has plugged us mahusively. Oh well, that's a shame. Alright, get these guys down in here. Alright, send swordsmen to try and help. But they seem to be incredibly reactive here, which is, good for them, I guess, but fuck me. Not for me. Right, what about this? What about these sides pushing up? That's burnt. That's interesting. This one's actually going as well. Oh my god, this frontal assault has not worked wonders here. And they're still dealing with that. Yeah, I'm surprised these cavalry guys are even here. Oh, that's a shame. Oh well. Let's try and push further guys down and around here. You can deal with that. Go tit for tat there. Alright, we've got archers hanging around here. Like dumbasses. So how are we going casualties wise? About 400 now. We're starting to get a bit up on track. Alright, they're coming up there, fine. You're pushing down into this. We've surrounded and hit them good. Wow, some of our guys are buckling there, which is mad. Yeah, it's just because of these guys that are down and around there. Swing more guys to go down and help this. We just need a flank where we can. Try and get into this way. You need to push like that. You need to push this. Wow, I'm quite surprised how many are like 1, 2, 3 out of the 5 that approached. Not including this one. We won't count that. But they've now routed, or they've been burnt. Right, push in. This Portuguese fort is being a little bit harder than what I anticipated. Right, continue to push down into that. We need more of our reinforcements here. Try and break up. So we've got a couple of blobs going on here. This is now being caught, which is good. Alright. So maybe swing around and try and help this, but we need to try and put some more pressure on. So what are the other capture points? There's a couple over here. How well did this push go? That's not doing too bad. Could be doing better. You need to push for that. You need to push for this. Alright, I don't even know if we've got the gateway, to be perfectly honest. Now, do we have any more reinforcements coming in? No, not overly. They're now here now as well. Alright, try and push in there where you can. Man, this is going to be quite costly, this one. Alright, push into the town square and try and cap that. You need to be absolutely gunning it for this. Yeah, so there's about 3 or 4 or 5 pockets of contention. The Portuguese shielded spears are holding exceptionally well there, intertwining with cavalry. A lot of Templars and dismounted English men-at-arms here. They're not doing too bad here. These guys seem to have stopped fighting, so they've broken that unit. Okay. Bring in a couple around the back, but then you guys need to, like, give chase into this. There's a really big grind there in the garrison as well. These arrow towers are just relentless, man. Looks like we managed to escape with some of our cavalry. Alright, push them further out. The general and the king are sitting further back. Oh wow, they stopped us there pushing. Oh good, that enemy gateway's been taken. They can push and take this point. You're still trying to push this. Alright, swing down that way and help. You've actually gotten there quite well, actually. Continue to try and charge that. You make sure you're taking this. So we seem to be capping this one area here. These brave souls are going to try and go after Jao, the king's bodyguard unit. Ambitious. Alright, and try and get these guys around this way. Alright, we just need to get these capture points down so we can start breaking it down. You will draw if the timer runs out. Look, we've got plenty of time to still win this. They're still capping that. They're running away. Coming here to help. Wow, that sword unit broke. Really? Alright. Swing down there to help. Continue to push that where you can. I've been giving out a lot of orders for these guys, but they are really defiant. Like, how well are our guys in the town square there? Like, we're capping this alright. Go on a shield wall. It's these arrow towers we're not doing too well against. I'll be surprised once I see the casualties and sustaining casualties inflicted, how many they've done with their actual units. Alright. Get one unit to get these pricks that are sitting there. Send some help further down this way. Okay. And then, like, pretty much everyone else just needs to be down in this sort of stuff. Like, you need to be down and around here. That's now been capped quite well. When they get there, they need to switch into a different stance, or otherwise they're just going to get picked apart. These guys are moving as well. I don't even know if we're going to be able to take this. Yeah, look at that. They're just getting rinsed by levy slingers. They're just being minced. Even though we've just capped that. Alright, send some more into there. We still seem to can't break through there. We got any unit that can come onto that? I guess it doesn't matter because we're kind of stuck there anyway. We can't even throw more troops here. Alright, what's coming in here? There's a spare unit of spears. We can bring that in to deal with this. Alright, everyone seems to be going around this other way. Maybe send a unit around, back a wrap and wrap around. That's now ours, which is good. Oh, God. They are still fighting to the bitter end in here. Alright, that's now gone. Continue to get that. Numerically, we're just going to be able to out-pummel them. But we've lost 2,000 here. The arrow towers, I forget like how weak they are to ammunition. Alright, so let's try and... Yeah, they got broke there. Push for this. Send 2 down here. And send like another around the back further. We're buckling and pushing them. Go for this. Continue to go down for that. Once you finish these guys on the walls, you can push down there. Alright, how did these guys fare in the end? Yeah, they are copying a little bit of arrow fire, but they're not doing as bad as the rest. We're losing that capture zone already. We might need to swing in William. I don't know if we should, though. We're going to swing more men-at-arms in when we can. We've nearly lost that capture point as well. We nearly had it. Just maybe getting a general unit in might just change things up tactically a bit. Okay, now that you've taken that, you need to push down into this. I think we've managed to massively strong arm them through that. I'm not gonna lie. And now we're flooding these guys in further. Because this is an absolutely apt description of a meat grinder. You don't know who you're fighting, but you're just trying to push through it. Alright, that's now been taken, so these guys can fall out. If you can get behind there, actually you're probably nearly off better just going this way so we can get a proper nice surround against their general. I did send some of you down this way, surely. Alright, continue to try and hit this. These soldiers here. Alright, we've broken through now. I just feel like it's not responding sometimes. Which could be very well what's happening. Alright, we're starting to cap now the town square. Alright, we've sent some guys down here, but there's a nice blob of skirmishers there and like 2 decent towers hammering in. Alright, that's now broken. Make sure you go for that. Good, we can give chase and move our boys out of this. Phew. It's the men-at-arms that seem to be breaking mostly in. We can send this general unit in now to try and help out. Yeah, we've just had to push through and pummel them. I knew this would be a good fight, that's why I wanted to play it. The Portuguese, at the end of the day, are the toughest bastards in Iberia. That's got to count for something, I guess. Alright. They've just been caught there. That's now being capped properly. Just need to push there. Alright, let's try and speed things up a bit. Because there is only about 3-4 of them actually holding. So you push into that. They're capping that properly. There's only 34 there. Break out and hit this because we want to try and... Oh, the countdown's been initiated, so they don't even need to move in or out anyway. But what a city to take and siege. The last of Portugal is in this entire frame. A really nice, cool and unique city. I respect it. Alright, push for that. You go into this. I guess send cavalry down here because we need to run down and hit those bastards. Phew! They absolutely pushed us to the limit there. 20 minutes it's taking that, and 43 seconds before the countdown is over. My general's bodyguard are now pushing in to come out and help. Ideally trying to cycle charge would be the best bet. My spearmen try and hold as well. Alright, the general's bodyguard's now gone. And that's it. Let's end it there. Close victory, supposedly. Oh, alright. 7,882. To be fair, Prince Henry, soon to be King Henry, I imagine. He was the architect for this fight. He lost 2,445 against João of the Portuguese 4,370. Man, if they had the Portuguese king in command in tone, 6-star commander, they would have had some crazy buffs. So what did most of the work in this army? 90, we'll say it's 100 there, 200, 300, whoa, okay. 600, 700, 800, 1.2k there, 1.1, and then let's say there's like, don't know, another 300. So I reckon they, with their units, got 1,500. Maybe they just had the perfect build there. I reckon at least 1,000 men we lost due to arrow fire, to say the least. But their slingers and some of their cavalry did absolutely sensational. They were fantastic in the fight. 160 cavalry holding and pinning. These are gold chevron cav as well. Better than my own. We lost a lot in that fight. But it's understandable in a defensive siege with the King's army. I'm sure if they attacked us in a defensive siege in, what, say, London, would be our retrospective capital, and we had the King John's main army, probably a similar result for the attackers. Well, I would have clearly won, but, you know. Okay, guys, welcome to the campaign map. Phew, wowee. 3 units of men-at-arms, 1 Templar Knight, 1 lot of men-at-arms. Okay, so it's not as crazy as I sort of first thought. But we've taken the Portuguese capital, which is a massive blow to the Iberian resistance. And there's probably no way now that they're going to come back from that. Okay, so you've taken this now. We'll allow William to push to Lisbon itself, to probably siege and take it out. Alright, you can hold that. You can't take this in 1 turn. Can I get the king down here, by any chance? I think you can. I think the king's army can be drawn in quickly after the capital siege. And, oh, they did take Granada off me. Oh, those buggers during the end turn there. Alright, we'll take Badadoy. Quickly siege and take that. Okay. And the king can't go furthermore. Lisbon can be taken though. We'll occupy as well. And now that that army's there, we can push and attack it in 1 turn as well. And the Portuguese king is there, Alfonso, but it's not the good Alfonso. Yeah, that's so unfortunate. With the death of his son and subsequent defeat of his kingdom, the massively touted and commanded Portuguese king, was like 6-star commander, died. Rumors are that he killed himself. Maybe, I don't know. And this army can probably push here as well. Yeah. And we've just defeated Portugal. Wow. We've taken 4 territories in a rapid blitzkrieg there. Let's break down and... I don't want to use that, actually. Try and break down most of it, I guess. And with that notification, yep, the Kingdom of Portugal is no more. God, you got to give it to them. They gave us a hell of a fight. And now we are still strength ranked 1. The Iubids have hit 3rd. Venice, we've found. They want trade? No. You think they would, though. It's because of our unreliable rating. Normally, with neutral relations, you should be able to get a trade agreement with someone. But it's just because of our quick war deck. I think we had trade. We might have even had some non-aggression packs with the Portuguese. So we've had 2 battles here today. Hope you've enjoyed the episode. Leave it a special like, I guess. Yeah. Oh, North Africa's fallen to the Hafsid Sultanate and the Almohad Caliphate. Oh, maybe we need to go rectify and help out our Italian Pisan allies, protect the colonies. So let me know in the comments we'd like me to expand and conquer. We're done with Iberia here now. We spent the last 4 episodes dealing with it. It's a hell of a task taking Iberia, but now we're going to be able to revel in its prosperity. Oh, there's already seemed to be a lot of troops sort of moving about there. So, we can push eastward into Germany, over the River Rhine, maybe. We can maybe push into the Italian peninsula, or we could try and push into the Middle East, help out the Principality of Antioch and Jerusalem. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Unfortunately, guys, it is time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know in the comment section down below your feedback for the series, and if you would like to see more, that's the best way to ensure more content. Leave a dislike if you're not enjoying the series. Check out my social media links if you want to stay connected with me. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all in the description below. Highly recommend Twitter. Every single time I post a video, a tweet goes out. It's much more reliable than the YouTube sub box. These days, to get all the notifications for the channel, you have to click the bell, of course, to join the notifications squad. I do enjoy reading those comments. Patreon and merchandise link in the description below, along with the Steam group. Come and join the community on Steam. And on that note, unfortunately, I have to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching once again. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Go out and have a fantastic rest of your day. My name has been Simpzy. Goodbye.